Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rapport with the Sailing podcast. As always, I am your host, Holden Mitty, and I am so happy that you've joined me today. I've posted two podcasts that were filmed on my iPhone, one with my son that we filmed here last night, and then one was kind of just an update of earlier in my car. And as you could tell, I'm still pretty upset. And so in this episode, I'm going to just go unscripted. I don't really have anything planned necessarily. I just wanted to get on here and speak my heart. And as I said in the car, my motive with this podcast is to speak to everybody, especially the people who are hurting and seeking joy, whether you're a follower of Christ or not. I want to speak to everybody who needs inspiration to smile. And as you could tell, I'm not all that happy today. And this happens whenever I let my son go. If you've listened to any of my other podcasts, or if you know me personally, you know that my whole world absolutely revolves around that child. And for good reason. He's beautiful. He's so wonderful. And he's my hero. He saved my life. As we may get into in podcasts down the road, I do suffer a significant amount of depression that I'm always actively trying to get through and conquer. But there are very specific there's very specific regrets that are tied to choices that I've made. And one huge one is has resulted in me not being able to be with him every single day, which is it's hard to metabolize, but it's something that I have to live with. And even though a majority of my days are spent smiling and in joy, there are some that are spent like this, very lonely and sad. So to express the authentic me, I am a joyful person. Sorry, I'm a snotty person right now. But some days are just so filled with darkness and sorrow. All I want to do is get in bed and fall asleep until I get to see him again. But I know that life is a gift, and that doing that would be a dishonor to the life that I've been given from my God, my Lord. So I wanted to get on here and share my feelings with all of you, because there might be somebody out there who's feeling the same. And I just, even though I'm feeling so trashy now, I know that I am so looking forward to Wednesday when I get to pick him up from school and give him the biggest hug. I have never looked more forward to anything in my life than I am to that hug. So, we were driving back from a Sharks game on Saturday. Everybody in the car was asleep, except for him. He was in the back with his grandma. He was playing Switch. And since everybody was asleep, I was going through and listening to some... I love romantic pop music. And before him, I grew up fat, and girls didn't like me. And I don't know why, but eventually one day my son's mom found something to like about me, and found reasons to love me. But since I was a child and first started listening to music, I've been a fan of pop music and love music, basically. Like love songs, I've always had a special place in my heart. And they always represented exactly what they are. Love songs for a man loving a woman. And with so many things, the moment my son was born, so many things changed. And one of those things was the way that I interpreted love songs. When I hear a love song now, I don't hear someone singing it to a significant other. I hear it as a father expressing his love for his son. And that's how I hear love songs now. So while we were in the car, I was listening to Cody Fry, Ben Rector, and then we got into Hone. And it inspired me to do a series, and this is probably going to be something that's going to be extended because there are so many songs that inspire me. But it got me thinking that I should start making videos and doing podcasts talking about lyrics of songs. And I wish for copyright reasons that I could put these songs in these videos so that we could listen to them together. But because I hope to monetize these videos one day, I have to keep them free of copyrighted material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave a link down in the description. And I hope, as an artist, I hope that you purchase the music if you like the music. But what we got here is a song called Coming Home by Hone. And I think today this is a really fitting song because I think about these lyrics, and it's so much how I feel now. And as I've said in earlier podcasts, especially the Save Some for a Rainy Day, living in gratitude in the moment. So when I was listening to this song, I adjusted my rear view mirror so that I could see his eyes. And it broke my heart in the moment because he's singing these lyrics too, because we listen to these songs so much. But it bring me peace in that moment because I know that him and I have this connection. Even though he's not as driven by music as I am, it's still something that we get to share together, and that's so special. And that's what inspired me to do this episode, besides the fact that I'm a snotty, crying mess today. I wanted to share this with all of you because it's such a beautiful song. I hope you listen to it, but the lyrics are so fitting today. So I'm going to go ahead and read them to you and then, just talk about it. So here we go. This is Coming Home by Hone. And it's off of an album called What Would You Do? It's amazing. Please, if you like pop music or electronic music, or just good music, get into them. They're amazing. Again, link is in the bio below. But the first verse, it goes, I've been thinking lately how much I miss you. I haven't touched your face in weeks. I've been thinking how much I'd love to kiss you. Oh, and the freckles on your cheeks. You know, the hardest part of what I do is saying goodbye to you. By far the hardest part of what I do is saying goodbye to you. And I mean, that pretty much speaks for itself. As I expressed earlier, letting go of my son is so tough. I mean, it's tough. It's really tough on the days I know that he's going to his mother's. But it's even tough when I drop him off at school and I know I'm picking him up. I hate being away from him. And I know that some people would be like, oh, that's codependence. I don't see it like that. I just see it because I'm so madly in love with that child. He's my hero. He's my best friend. He inspires me to be a better person. And I know that I am a better person. But I know that I'm the best version of myself when he's next to me. Moving on. The pre-chorus is, I promise I'm home soon to give my love to you. Just need to be with you. I gotta be. Promise I'm home soon with my arms around you. Just need to be with you. I gotta be. Then the chorus is, I'm coming home. There's nowhere else I'd rather go. And I'll be back before you know, 'cause baby, I am coming home. That, I mean, when I hear that, it's a really beautiful and uplifting chorus. So the emotion is there, but not in the emotion that breaks me down so much. But I think in the second verse, it gets me a little bit more. It says, I've been thinking how much I could do better. So many times I've let you down. Every single note and every letter can't replace me when I'm not around. And then it goes on to say, you know, the hardest part of what I do is saying goodbye to you. By far the hardest part of what I do is saying goodbye to you. But focusing on the first part of this verse, it resonates with me. It makes me super emotional, especially when I'm looking at him and I'm hearing these words, is because I know that what he's living through now is a result of my choices in the past. And I know it's so counterproductive to live in the past. But there's no fixing, or there's no amount of apologizing that I could do to make it so that I'm with him every day. And as I've said before, his mom is an amazing mom. And I know he loves his mom, and I can't be so selfish. But it's hard to not want to be, because I just want him all the time. And what makes it even like infinitely more difficult is knowing that he wants to be around me too. And it's heartbreaking because just like any kid with separated parents, I think even more so for the parents who co-parent so well, like his mother and I, the child wants so badly for them to be back together. And even though I know that we're better apart, I know that all of us want to be with him every single day because he's such a beautiful part of life. And he's the most obvious gift from God. If you can't look at that child and believe that there is a God who loves you, man, I just don't understand it. I love my Lord and my Savior, but I admittedly come clean that there have been times in my life where I have denied his existence until I saw my son's eyes. Now, no matter how upset I get at him or how low I feel, there's no doubting that there is a God who loves me. It may inspire some confusion about why I'm going through what I'm going through in my life. Not this instance, but some of the trials that I experience in my life, I question, why are you putting me through this? But knowing him and being able to share love with him, there's no way that I can deny that there is a higher power who loves me. I mean, so getting back to this song, there's a lot of, chorus of the same. I'm coming home. There's nowhere else I'd rather go. I'll be back before you know, 'cause baby, I am coming home. But the bridge hits hard, as most bridges do. I know that every time I go, we end up feeling low. I'll be back before you know, I'm coming home. And, just reading that and understanding that makes me feel a little better even in this moment, because I know, like I said on Wednesday, I get to hug him. And I can't wait to pull my car up and see him see me and get excited, because he always does. He always sees me, and I don't get it, but he takes all of his stuff out of his backpack. So he rushes to put everything back in. And gets me because he's proud of me. And I think that that's a part of it, because I don't feel like anybody has been proud of me in my lifetime. And I've fought so hard to achieve certain things, to have other people recognize me. But I think when it comes down to it, I've worked so hard in my life to have myself believe that I'm proud of myself. The only thing that, no matter what I've achieved in my life, the only thing that I'm truly proud of in this moment is knowing that my son is such a beautiful human being, and that he has friends and people who love him, and that he has a lot of love And in turn, he has so much love to give and share. And he's such a beautiful person. And for that, I am proud. So, I'm going to leave it on that today. I want to thank you for sticking with me today and allowing me to be myself. If you see in the background, like on days like this, on these days, I leave his mess. Whatever he leaves behind, his Legos, even his like candies and candy wrappers, all the little gifts that he's given me. He gave me this. It's a little glow ring. I don't know how to get it to glow, but he says it glows. Pulled that out of his backpack. He made this for me. Little Easter flower. Left his little eggs here that we showed you guys in the podcast him and I did together. If he leaves anything on the floor, or if he leaves his clothes in the bathroom, or his cups, everything, I just leave there. Because I love him so much, and I want to know that he's coming back. So I keep those things around. So I apologize if you see like his Legos on his desk. I just leave him around so that I know that he's coming back. So I pardon the mess. Also, should have mentioned this at the beginning. Him and I worked this weekend. A big reason why I didn't come out on my normal schedule with the podcast is we worked this weekend to film his very first YouTube video. And he's been working really, really hard. He's been streaming. And I don't know how to get more streamers, but he goes live and has very few viewers right now. But he streams as if 1 million, 10 million, 100 million people are watching him. And I am so proud of him. And we finally got the setup going for him to record his first YouTube video. And so he made his YouTube debut. And I'm going to work harder and harder. Little candy wrapper. My little lemon. He's working so hard to get that up and running. So I'm also going to link his YouTube in the description below. It would mean so much to him if you were to follow him and smash that like button and share it with people who might enjoy that type of content. He loves Minecraft, and he's going to be reviewing like Minecraft mods. I think they're just like little games that are based around Minecraft, but that would mean the world to him if you could do that. So if you could do that, I'd thank you very much and appreciate it, because he's working really hard on it, and I'm doing everything I can to support his dreams. So on that, I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to tell you that you are seen, you are heard, you are understood, and most of all, you are so loved. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to be me. That means a whole lot. So hopefully tomorrow I'm in a better space to deliver just as emotional content, but without being so emotional. I hope you have a great day. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.